What's going on, guys? Uncle Luke here today for another video, and today I'm going to do the 2018 SEC football predictions. And yeah, so here's how it's going to go. I'm going to Alright, I'm gonna look at all the teams. I'm gonna predict every team's schedule. Then I'm gonna go to each team's record and their conference record. Then I'm going to tell you which two teams will be in the SEC championship, what I think will be, and then who will win the whole thing. So yeah, we'll start off with Alabama. I think they're going to win all their games, and it's gonna be simple. I think they'll win all their games until the last game of the season to Auburn. Yes, I know they are at home, but yeah, I mean, in Auburn, I think it's supposed to be really good next year. Probably going to make the college football playoff. It would not shock me at all if they do. So, yeah. Next team is Arkansas. Now, I have them in the going to. Here's how I think their year's going to go. I think they'll beat Eastern Illinois. They'll win the first 3 games, and then they'll go on to a 4-game losing streak. Next two. I mean, they're going to probably... Now, Alabama, I think they'll beat Louisville, beat Arkansas, beat Ole Miss, beat Texas A&M, beat Louisiana, beat Arkansas, beat Missouri, beat Tennessee, beat LSU, beat Mississippi State, beat the Citadel, and then they'll lose to Auburn. Now, I just have to get out of the way quickly. Now, they'll beat Eastern Illinois, beat Colorado State, and then beat North Texas. Then they'll lose to Auburn, lose to Texas A&M, lose to Alabama, lose to Ole Miss, beat Tulsa, beat Vanderbilt, lose to LSU, lose to Mississippi State, and then beat Missouri. So I think overall, I mean, they do got a tough schedule. For Auburn, pretty simple. They're going to win all their games, pretty much. I mean, it looks pretty easy. Now, yes, I know before we go to Georgia's, no offense to you Georgia fans out there, but in my opinion, you have the weakest schedule out of all the college football teams, pretty much. You should in my opinion, they're going to go back to the college football playoff, especially after what happened last season in the national championship, which still ticks me off because I'm tired of Alabama being so good. So I don't blame you Georgia fans, but still, as you know, I'm a Carolina fan. Florida's next. They're going to beat Charleston, beat Kentucky, beat Colorado State, lose to Tennessee, lose to Mississippi State, beat LSU, beat Vanderbilt, lose to Georgia, beat Missouri, lose to South Carolina, beat Idaho, and lose to Florida State. And plus, Florida State, their quarterback was supposed to be really good last year, got hurt first game of the season. He had right or left. I think he hurt one of his legs, and it was the first game of the season at Alabama. I think Alabama that won that game 24-7. I don't know. Yeah. But that quarterback will come back healthy and strong. For sure. Yeah. So Georgia, I have winning all their games, except for one of the games to see will be to Auburn. They will lose that for sure. Yes, they're at home, but and I think they'll beat Austin Peay, whatever that team is. I've never heard of them. They'll beat South Carolina, beat Middle Tennessee, beat Missouri, beat Tennessee, beat Vanderbilt, beat LSU, beat Florida, beat Kentucky, lose to Auburn, beat UMass, and beat Georgia Tech. Yeah, there. My bad. Okay, next team is Kentucky. I have beaten Central Michigan, losing to Florida, then beating Murray State, whatever that team is, then losing to Mississippi State, losing to South Carolina, losing to Texas A&M, beating Vanderbilt, beating Missouri, losing to Georgia, losing to Tennessee, beating Middle Tennessee, and losing to Louisville. Now, Louisville, yes, I know they lost their quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He's now on the Ravens. He was 32nd pick in this year's draft. I mean, Louisville, yes. Now, last year, I know I didn't have a channel, but I thought they would go 12-0, but I was completely wrong. Louisville was, they were all right, but not as good as I thought they were going to be. State was better than them, and I really wasn't expecting them to be good. Yeah, I mean, NC State, they're so confusing in football. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're okay. Same goes for NC football. Yes and no, they went horrible last season, which still takes me off. I'm ready for the 2018 season. Prove State fans wrong. Let's go. Okay, now Mississippi State. They will beat SF Austin. I've heard of that team, but I don't know what SF Austin. Whatever. They'll beat Kansas State, beat Louisiana, beat Kentucky, beat Florida, lose to Auburn, lose to LSU, beat Texas A&M, lose to Louisiana Tech. Yeah. Lose to Alabama, beat Arkansas, and lose to Ole Miss. Now, up for Missouri. I think they'll beat UT Martin. They'll beat Wyoming. Now, that game will be pretty interesting, though. They'll lose to Purdue, lose to Georgia, lose to South Carolina, lose to Alabama, lose to Memphis, lose to Kentucky, lose to Florida, beat Vanderbilt, lose Tennessee, lose to Arkansas. Now, up for Ole Miss. And don't mind that. That's just there's a storm right now that hit us. Yeah. Oh, hold up, be right back. I had to check on something quickly. Don't know why I got that. Ole Miss. Now, they'll beat Texas Tech. Oh, God. Which should be actually a pretty interesting game. It really should be a pretty interesting game. Same for Louisville and Alabama. Then they'll beat Southern Illinois, lose to Alabama, beat Kent State, lose to LSU, beat Louisiana Monroe, I guess, beat Arkansas, lose to Auburn, lose to South Carolina, lose to Texas A&M, beat Vanderbilt, and beat Mississippi State. On to South Carolina. They'll beat, I guess Coastal Carolina is what it is. Lose to Georgia, beat Marshall, beat Vanderbilt, beat Kentucky, beat Missouri, beat Texas A&M, beat Tennessee, beat Ole Miss, beat Florida, beat Chattanooga, and then lose to Clemson because they are a good football team. And making the college football playoff is a possibility because I think it's possible Auburn could make it. I mean, Georgia may make it for sure. Alabama make it for sure because you know how they are. You know what I'm saying. I mean, pretty straightforward. I mean, they're a good team. Now up to Tennessee, I guess. Yeah. Okay. The first game is very interesting. Now, I put them down as winning this game, but yes, I know West Virginia is, hold on. Somebody's watching this show right now, and beating West Virginia is that was tough for me to predict. I mean, they're, alright, they'll beat ETC, whatever, and then beat UTEP, beat Florida, okay, lose to Georgia, lose to Auburn, lose to Alabama, lose to South Carolina, beat Charlotte, beat Kentucky, beat Missouri, beat Vanderbilt. Now on the Texas A&M. They'll beat NW State, I don't know what that is. Lose to Clemson. Now Texas A&M and Clemson will be a really interesting game. They'll beat Louisiana Monroe, lose to Alabama, beat Arkansas, beat Kentucky, lose to South Carolina, lose to Mississippi State, lose to Auburn, beat Ole Miss, beat UAB, and then beat LSU. Now the final team is Vanderbilt. They will beat Middle Tennessee, beat Nevada, lose to Notre Dame, which is that'll be a pretty interesting game, but that I think Notre Dame will probably wake up late in the fourth quarter, probably. Lose to South Carolina, beat Tennessee State, lose to Georgia, lose to Florida, lose to Kentucky, lose to Arkansas, lose to Missouri, lose to Ole Miss, and lose to Tennessee. Now on to the records. Now the worst record, I think. God, there we go. I think the worst record overall in the whole SEC it's actually between Vanderbilt and a different team. Whatever. The worst conference record is Vanderbilt because I had them beating no SEC teams. Now the two teams that will make the championship game I have is Georgia and isn't it a repeat? Yep, it is Georgia and Auburn as a repeat. Still, yes, I know I still have Georgia winning this. I think after what happened last season, Georgia is your SEC champions once again. It's just Georgia. After what happened last season, it was pretty hard. And I'm telling you, I'm not a Georgia or Alabama fan, but I was pretty ticked off about this. I really was. I mean, I was mad. But I'll admit it, that was a great game. So, that's it for this video. You have it, my SEC predictions. And I have the Georgia Bulldogs back-to-back SEC championship. Making it to the national championship, that's going to be pretty hard. Because there's so many teams that can make it. Auburn, they have a chance of making it actually pretty good this year. North Carolina, I'm just joking, not North Carolina. I mean, they'll probably make a bowl game next year. I won't be shocked if I don't know. I'm gonna do a prediction of the ACC later on, probably. Yeah, so I'll see you later.